Alright, so I've been playing God of War on PC, and let me tell you, I have been loving it. It has been awesome, and it had me wondering, man, I wonder if God of War Ragnarok is coming to PC. So with that question in mind, I went and did a bunch of research, and I'm going to summarize everything I learned in this video. So yeah, before we get started, I'd really appreciate if you go down below and give this video a like, and get subscribed so you don't miss my future videos. And with that out the way, let's get right into the video. So I want to get this out the way right in the beginning of the video. I think it is extremely unlikely that we will see a PC release for God of War Ragnarok at the same time that it releases on PS5 and PS4, mainly because when it releases on those two consoles, they're really trying to push those sales and only get sales from the PS4 and PS5. And if they release it on PC, you know, a lot of people have a console and a PC, so that would affect the sales for the PlayStation and all that. So I think it is super unlikely that we'll see that on PC. But if we're talking a PC port after it releases on PlayStation, I think this is super duper likely. And now first, let's just take a look at how good a God of War did on PC. So I'm gonna head over to the Steam page. I'll put this up on screen so y'all can see it too. And if we take a look at the reviews here, it had overwhelmingly positive reviews. I think that's the highest like review thing you can get on Steam. And along with this, if we take a look at some numbers here, in the first 24 hours of it being released, it had 75,000 players all at once playing on Steam. That's like rivaling games like Rust, like an online game where there's always a lot of players playing because it's online. This is a single player title, and it had as many or if not more players than like Rust. So clearly a lot of PC players really like God of War, and this could really help rub Sony the wrong way to maybe, you know, have a higher chance of getting God of War Ragnarok on PC as a PC port. But if we start taking a look at some articles here that say some different things, this article right here talks about Cory Barlog, which if you don't know who he is the game director for God of War. And he says, as a quote, he says, "I have no idea. Right now we're taking it one game at a time, kind of looking at each one and determining, okay, is this the best thing? And we'll gauge how it does," Barlog says. He also says, do people enjoy it? Did we do it right? Is there anything we did wrong? What can we do better in the future if we do it again? But at the end of the day, it's ultimately Sony's decision. So it doesn't sound like Cory has a lot of influence on whether or not it does come to PC ultimately. As he said, it's a Sony's decision. So now the next thing I want to talk about is something that I actually found in a YouTube video. I couldn't find the article that this guy found, but I will put the YouTube channel that I found this from in the description down below. But pretty much what he said is that the developers and studios for these games that develop like God of War and God of War Ragnarok want their games to come to PC to, you know, bring it to a wider audience and all that. And I'm sure that some of the developers are PC gamers too. But what I also said in the article that was also said in other articles that you heard me talk about before is that it's ultimately Sony's decision. So I think that's what we're getting at here, is that it's ultimately Sony's decision to bring God of War Ragnarok to PC. And I think the way that they're going to do that is pretty much just gauge how good God of War does. And so far, it's doing very well. Now, another thing that I was able to find is that Jetpack Interactive, which is the studio that worked on the PC port for God of War, has also been working on Ragnarok. So this could mean that maybe they are working on a PC release. You know, this could be a hint, because clearly Jetpack Interactive focuses more on the PC side of things, which if they have them working with on Ragnarok, you see what I'm getting at here. Now, this doesn't confirm it by any means, but this could be a possible clue. But yeah, overall, it's not coming to PC when it releases on the PS5 and PS4 release date. But I think a PC port is very likely, super duper likely, considering how well God of War is doing. And yeah, that about sums up all the information that I could find. If I missed something, like if you've been researching this too, please comment down below. And comment down below what you think. Do you think it will come to PC? I don't know. I really hope it will, because I've been loving God of War. I have like 20 hours in it already. It's freaking amazing. But yeah, I hope you all found this video helpful. If you did, then hey, go down below and give it a like and get subscribed, because if I learn anything, literally anything, about God of War Ragnarok coming to PC, I will definitely make a video on it. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.